I'm Dean Naegel, and it's the 5th of November, 2011. I'd like to introduce you to the 17th century artwork of Dutch painter Peter Claus, specifically his still life paintings symbolizing vanitas. Vanitas is a Latin word for vanity, and a term used for the 17th century paintings comes from the opening verse of Ecclesiastic in the Latin Bible. Vanitas, vanitatum, omnia vanitas, which means vanity of vanities, all is vanity. The 17th century Dutch painters often used symbols of mortality, especially in their still lives. Skulls, hourglasses, and extinguished candles, along with other objects, represent the human transition from life to death. Vanitas paintings are intended to remind the viewer how short life really is, and that it should be lived, quote, with a due regard to God's laws, unquote. Claus is recognized for developing the dark monochrome tabletop still lifes, which place great emphasis on the subject of mortality. Introducing Still Life with a Skull and Writing Quill by Peter Claus at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. This piece is located in Gallery 616 under Vermeer and 16th century Dutch. The date of this work's completion is 1628. The gallery label has an interesting description of the content and symbolism. It's a very profound statement, but one I believe fits the painting very well. It reads, "This is one of the earliest dated still lifes by Claus, a Holland painter who gave extraordinary presence to familiar things. Here a skull, an overturned glass rummer with its fleeting reflections, an expired lamp, and the attributes of a writer suggest that worldly efforts are ultimately in vain." I chose this piece because the attention to detail is so exquisite and so realistic. It's hard to believe that the medium is oil and wood. No matter how close I looked at the painting, I couldn't see any wood grains. And Claus's use of light and shadows gives the work a depth, and it emphasizes the curvature of the object portrayed. The small, delicate brushstroke on the quill and the shadow it casts creates the illusion that one could lift it from the painting. Keep in mind that the painting's actual size is only 9.5 inches by 14 1/8 inches. That isn't much larger than a sheet of paper, which in itself makes the details so much more impressive. The influence of this work on the 21st century viewer is subject to interpretation. However, the details involved are near perfection, a challenge to our computer animation, and one today's animators strive to achieve in our films and our interactive gaming. It's an awesome piece of work from 1628, when the world was much different than it is today. However, the painting's idea and symbolism is infinite.